Welcome back to TRF1, the podcast where we just waffle on about Formula One. Today, I'm your host, Shaq, and with me, as usual, I've got ABD and Ham.
Hey guys.
And today, we are going to be going through our Qatar GP predictions. Now, this is the second last race of the season. We've got some tight battles coming up, like the constructors. The drivers has just been finished. Max Verstappen is the champion again. I'm going to go through our normal predictions, top three, good drive, bad drive, good team, bad team, and crazy prediction. Now, we're going to save the top three for the last bit. We're going to go straight into it. I want to hear you guys' good drives. Ham, let's start with you.
Okay, good drive. I'm gonna go with Russell. Not because he was an amazing driver in the Las Vegas GP, but then I think this time Russell is actually is gonna put up a show where he is gonna be having a really good race. I don't know about qualifying. I think he is gonna be in the top five or top six, but then he is he's gonna really be having a good race. Probably finishing in top three is my prediction. So I'm not sure. No, to be honest, not even top three, top five. So qualifying somewhere in top five, and he still stays in top five is
Will he
why.
finish?
But
Will he finish ahead of Hamilton?
yes,
I
Wow.
think he
that
has to, right, for a good drive?
yeah.
Yeah,
Finish ahead of Hamilton for a good drive is,
yeah,
but
yeah.
then provided he should be in top five.
Okay, all right.
Yep, that's what
ABD,
I
what
think.
about you?
Yeah, I have gone for Mr. Oscar Piastri for good drive. I think it's about time he showed up. He had a poor race in Las Vegas, and hopefully, you don't have to worry about Lando Norris Drivers' Championship anymore. He's free to race, and he put on a good show. That's my prediction for good drive. And I think he needs it as well. Like, I think we talked about this several times, but you don't want to be the second driver or number two driver for McLaren. So he should put on some performance in order to do that.
Okay, that's fair enough. And yeah, I would agree. I think Oscar could do pretty good. It's about time. No more number two driver, like you said. So, all right. So I've gone for something a bit more different, not a top driver. Fernando Alonso, I think, is gonna
Like
have.
a crazy prediction there. Check.
I think it's
We'll go into that later. We'll go into that later. Yeah. Aston Martin have been pretty terrible. Let's be real. Like they just don't qualify high. They don't do well in the race. They have such slow race pace. Like it's not been great. So I'm just kind of throwing this in there, something bold, something different. Alonso was actually pretty good there
in Las Vegas.
last in last year's race actually
Oh, yeah. Okay.
in Qatar and Las Vegas. Yeah, he didn't actually do too bad. Uh, in I think last year he finished sixth, and then remember the first race we had here, he actually got the podium after
Yeah.
Verstappen and Hamilton. So I have some high hopes. I don't know if it's gonna come true, but we'll see. I've got my fingers crossed. And
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
wait to see because it's been a long overdue. Uh, we
yeah,
have not seen a
exactly.
glimpse of performance this season, so hopefully.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I agree. Hopefully, if they can end the season well, I think it will sort of be a confidence booster for next season as well. With
Yeah,
Adrian Newey joining the team, I think the team need a bit of a push. So hopefully, the performance is the push they need.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
And it's kind of
I don't expect
unfortunate with
anything
the
from
form, you know.
Stroll. I don't expect anything from Stroll, but then Alonso, yeah, definitely. I'd like to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
him.
that's true. That's true. Alrighty. So bad drive. Let's go ABD first this time. What have you got?
Ooh, okay. I've gone for Lance Stroll. We just
Diving straight into it. Segue,
yeah.
yeah. Cool.
Honestly, I didn't see it there. I
Yeah,
have
I
the
can
screen
see it
there.
either.
I didn't see those Stroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
ABD, that's kind of
Kind of given.
predictable. Yeah, it's a kind of given.
Predictable.
A predictable
Even
prediction.
even though Come on, you've gotta predict the unpredictable things here.
Yeah. So I think he's going to finish. He's going to finish way below where he started. So that's
Whoa,
They just lose lots
how
of
much way
positions.
below? How much way below are we talking? What if we qualify speed 20?
no, I don't want to put a number on it.
What if we qualify speed 20? Below Jogwan, you and
Oh,
Bottas.
maybe like at least like 3 positions or something. At
Mate,
least. You don't
20 is
expect him
the
to
last
qualify high.
If he,
Jack,
okay,
20 is the last position there. I
say
don't
this.
think they
Let me say
Maybe
this.
maybe 5 positions.
Let me say this. If he qualifies 20th and finishes 20th, it is a bad drive.
Yeah, actually, that's a good
it,
point.
it is not just it's not a bad drive. That is his worst career drive.
That's
I
good.
think
I don't think he's done that before. I don't think he's ever done that
he's done
before.
worse than that. He's done worse than
Yeah,
that.
I hope he
You know
doesn't
the
yeah.
time when
finish
he
this
couldn't
year.
even finish a formation lap in Brazil?
That wasn't so long ago.
That was so long
That
ago.
wasn't so long ago. Yeah.
So I totally agree. Okay, Stroll for a bad drive.
I think we are all aligned on that one.
Yeah, I feel like anyone can say Stroll, you know. All right.
Like somebody needs to Stroll. Uh,
It's,
Yeah, they
it,
need to switch it up, man. They need to switch it up.
it's just a fall
exactly.
apart for him.
Yeah, it's been a while since one of us put Stroll, I think, so
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
fine.
I think you guys are gonna hate me for this, but then I've given Leclerc for bad drive. So,
Oh,
so why?
that's closer.
Why? Because, why? Because you guys informed me that he might or might not get a grid penalty.
Yeah.
So if he does get a grid penalty, he's gonna have a hard time coming up. So if he does have a grid penalty and he finishes below top 7 or top 8, it's a bad drive for Leclerc with the Ferrari.
Yep. Yeah.
I think it depends where he starts, right?
But
As
on the
well.
other
It
hand,
was
he doesn't
they,
get a grid penalty. He starts normally. If he goes back like 3 positions from where he started, still a bad drive. I don't care about a single position or two.
Yep. I think
Three
that's
is hard. Three
yep.
is hard.
I think that's
I,
fair.
I I
Yeah, I
think
think that should be fair. But
that's pretty
depending
fair,
on the
yeah.
third position there, guys, depending on the second position, because if he's dropped down 2 and he's got the other race, I mean the other driver who's in front of him with like what 15-20 second lead, come on, man, that's a bad drive again.
Yeah. It is.
I just want that's gonna be a unworthy drive by Leclerc here. Then.
I was just going to say it's a bit strange this time of the year, like this time of the season.
Second last race, yeah.
Yeah, Ferrari is going to change an engine, so it's a little bit strange. I don't know. And they're also fighting for the constructors, so yeah, we'll have to really wait
They
and see.
need him up there, yeah.
I think
I think yeah, one
I
more
think
thing
that
is
I think they like Lewis was talking about their straight line speed in Vegas. So I think they have one single straight here. So I don't know why they have gone for a gamble, but then pretty much sure I think they can catch up in the curves as well.
Yeah.
So that's why
yeah, yeah.
they
Uh
expect a bit more higher qualifying from Leclerc over there, guys. So let's see.
yeah, I think this track's also quite difficult to overtake on. Like the
Yeah, on
curve
the curve.
the curve bit like is pretty much most of the track. So really just the taking the straight and using DRS is the main way to overtake uh cars. I think there's one more spot where you can overtake like just kind of towards the end of the last sector. That's pretty
I
much
don't know.
it. So
This circuit reminds me, I don't know, kind of like uh I don't know, a shoe, a croissant, I don't know, an almond croissant from Loons. It goes here and comes down straight.
it kind of looks a little bit similar like to Bahrain, like with the straight and then the end bits and like the way the
Bahrain got
first
a lot
corner
of
goes.
overtaking opportunity.
Yeah, more
I think
hard-braking zones, but it's kind of similar, I feel like.
Yeah. So the thing is, like the Lusail track was built for MotoGP, and that's where they're racing F1 cars. They are like massive.
That's true. That's true.
So that's one of the reasons why the cars don't have
But
much.
I think they've been talking about a street circuit. that
Yeah.
they're going to try and introduce instead.
Yeah.
But I know that Qatar has been announced to be there for like 2031 or something like that. So they're going to be there
Yeah,
for a
that's what
while.
I have seen. I mean, we've seen what they've done in the World Cup for football, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring up something for them as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. So my bad drive, uh, nowhere near as bold as Mr. Ham over here with Charles Leclerc, but I've gone for Liam Lawson. Um, wasn't great in Las Vegas. I think the form is starting to drop off a bit. I think it's gonna have a little rough phase to the end.
I think the
He'll
kid is gone.
probably get, huh?
I think the Wonder Kid is gone.
Wonder Kid might have been gone. He like ABD said in the last video, he needs to fight for that Red Bull seat. But
Oh, yeah.
Yuki's doing so much better, so I think Yuki's gonna be ahead. And I think,
Honestly,
yeah,
honestly, in the grid, the person who deserves a Red Bull seat would actually be Yuki out of all the people. So
You know,
he should be.
I don't know
But
if you.
then, science is also an option there. But then I'm talking about the Red Bull family.
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
know if you
yeah.
saw the comment from Yuki Tsunoda. Like he was asked, would you be ready if Red Bull gives you that second seat in the main team?" And you know what Yuki said? Um,
What did he
I'm ready to race with the monster.
say?
I'm ready to race with the monster. Monster as in Max Verstappen.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
it can be in a either way ready to race with the Monster. Monster is Mercedes brand as well, you know.
No, no, actually, that's not true. It's McLaren's brand now.
Sorry? The
McLaren is
McLaren.
has the monster sponsor now. Yeah, not Mercedes. Mercedes
Oh,
lost
not the
it.
Mercedes, but I think you can still
Yeah.
see the Mercedes, the Monster logo on Mercedes, right? In
Now
Mac.
they got rid of it. They got rid of it. Yeah.
So Monster is a Hamilton sponsor more than a
Ah,
Mercedes sponsor. So
Yeah, and so now
okay.
it's McLaren. It's on their like neck. It's on the
Oh,
neck
yeah,
for the
yeah, yeah,
McLaren.
I
Yeah,
noticed
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Speaking of McLaren, we'll dive into my good team actually. I have gone for McLaren. Last year, Piastri only finished 4 seconds behind Verstappen. Norris was only another 3 or 4 seconds behind Piastri. So I think that this is the kind of race where McLaren can really get some good points. It's been a little while since we've said that, which is kind of hard to believe. So yeah,
yeah,
bad form. I think it's time to turn it around.
yeah.
ABD.
Last year, um, if you remember, like the second half of the season was when McLaren started their sort of resurgence.
Yeah,
When they started fighting up front. Until then, they were behind. So, yeah, they had a really good year in Qatar last season. But also, I'm sort of ambiguous about what they're going to do. When I look at Las Vegas, they were nowhere near their actual pace. So that's something I'm not too sure about. But hopefully, it turns out to be good for you, Sharik.
yeah, that's true.
The
Yeah,
last phase wasn't kind to McLaren, to be honest. You know, they had one of their worst performance, I feel, in the
yeah,
season. They were the ones that they are the ones that are leading the constructors, and they were one of the contenders was for the drivers' champion. So they have lost one. They've still got another one in their hands. So hopefully they keep it on their within their grasp to continue the lead. They have like what 24 points ahead of Ferrari.
Correct. Yeah.
So I think Red Bull is out of the question without a team member there.
yeah,
You need both the players to drivers to get the points. So I would say like we have like two more teams which is competing for that, which is Ferrari.
Yep.
So if McLaren puts up another, I would say S show for that,
yeah.
uh, it is
You
it's gonna
mean
be Ferrari who's gonna be.
sorry, does S stands for strategy?
Yeah. A brilliant strategy, I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
I think Ferrari is going to take it away from McLaren the next race if the so-called strategy race happens
Yeah,
again.
yeah. Let's go to
But
your good team, actually.
I'm gonna go for Mercedes again. Not because of the last race. I think only Shaq has gone for Mercedes, but then I've been giving Mercedes a good race a couple of times, and I've not been lucky. Hopefully, Qatar is the place where I get lucky.
Yeah,
Uh, Mercedes, a good drive by both the drivers. Hopefully, no, Russell again top five. Hamilton also has a good drive. I don't know. Doesn't matter if provided Hamilton is on P1, P2. It's a good thing for me.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, we're gonna keep the top three for last. But well ahead, guys. I do not have either of the Mercedes drivers in my top three. But then I'm pretty sure that they're gonna be having a really good race this weekend to show that they are back in track. Even though it's the end of the race, just two more, they are back in track, and let's not lose hope in them.
I the only thing for Mercedes is like they have been struggling on warm temperatures. Like one of the reasons everyone's saying they performed in Las Vegas was because of the cool temperature. If that performs really well in Qatar, that's a sign they have sort of overcome that struggle of
yeah,
stop, controlling the tire temperatures and all of that. If that is the case, I think that's a good sort of thing for them for the next season as well, if they have solved that warm up issue with their tires.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
fingers crossed
yeah, yeah.
they performs well, but yeah, they have been very unpredictable throughout the
Come
season.
on, Mercedes. Come on, Mercedes. Come on, Mercedes.
Cool.
Okay, ABD, your bad
Yeah,
team, please.
I have gone for Haas. And we actually have a really interesting midfield battle going on between Haas, Alpine, and
And wake up.
VCARB.
B
So
Carb, yeah,
yeah, they're very close, and I think that's another battle to watch out for in constructors. It gives them a lot of money between those three positions. So I've gone for Haas as my good team. And I know Hulkenberg has been performing really well in the last few races, and I'm really hoping this time both the drivers come into the points as well. So,
yeah.
uh, yeah, that's my prediction for good team.
That's a
Let's
good
go
one
to
because
you, Ham, because yeah,
I'm challenging APD on that. I'm sure Hulkenberg is going to have a good race, but I'm equally sure that Magnussen is not going to have a good race. So the
okay,
reason bad team is, both the races have got to perform.
Yeah,
To have a team in go ahead in their constructors as well. So I'm giving Haas as a bad team because I'm pretty sure Hulkenberg is going to perform, but then I'm not too sure that Magnussen is going to do the same. So for that reason, I'm going to be giving a bad team for Haas because if Hulkenberg does not perform, Magnussen does not perform like equal or at least somewhere close to Hulkenberg, they have a team just like similar to Red Bull again, guys. You have one team player who is performing, and I do not want to give them a good drive in because of that, because you need both the drivers to perform. If you
yeah,
just have one
yeah,
driver who's performing, and if you're gonna give them a good team, I don't think that's
yeah.
valid. So
The only
the
thing is,
team you need two drivers to perform, both the
yeah,
drivers.
agree, yeah. And the only hope for me is like Magnussen finished 12th, not far away from points.
yeah,
In
yeah,
Las Vegas. So hopefully he
yeah,
can for my
You are
point
saying yes.
for my one
Yeah,
point hopefully.
for my sake, I don't want Magnussen to perform. And if it is the either way across, also I am good because you need both the teams to play drivers to perform for me. But then, like I said, Magnussen has to perform, else it's a bad team for me.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That's true.
If it goes the other way around, also it doesn't matter. If Hulkenberg has a very strategically beautiful race and goes down, and Hulkenberg is up, and it goes other way around as well. So let's see.
Yep.
Yeah. My bad team. I've gone for Williams. Brazil, I think both cars did not finish the race, and I think also Las Vegas, Colapinto was probably one of the worst drivers, and also Albon didn't finish. Yeah, so they're
Albon,
pretty. They're doing probably like worse than as bad as Aston right now. So
no,
I think
that I would say again, just like Gasly, Albon had a mechanical issue and he had to retire the car.
yeah,
Uh, and Carlopinto was I don't know what he was doing. He had a crazy crash. I think he
50.
lost all the
Yeah.
yeah, that's
all,
true. But I think that also comes down to his mistakes as well. Like and
exactly.
with the Albon thing, obviously it's not his fault, but I
But then,
think it's
during the race,
still for the team. That's a bad weekend, right? So
but then during the race, I think he has kept it inside the within the track. He was not crashed out. So, or in fact, had a incident during the race. So it's always been
for
during
Colapinto,
India. Yeah, he was
for
inside the track.
Colapinto, yeah,
He kept it safe
yeah. I
during the race.
mean, I don't think he was like we've had a few races where he's been like really good, and
Yeah,
he's not. He's kind of been a bit average, below average recently, especially
but
like
yeah,
Brazil, and their form recently has not been great. So I've kind of just got Williams based off form.
With Colapinto,
Yeah,
yeah, with
yeah,
Colapinto, let's not forget he's still outqualified Albon in
yeah. No, I totally agree with that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's truly true.
Colapinto, he still deserves his credit. He's a great driver. Like,
He
can't knock
does
him.
beautifully, but then we've been seeing quite a new number of crashes from his side rather than Albon. So I would say that he's got to keep the car in one piece, especially with the tight budget they've got. They've basically no penny to spend anymore. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, with the mechanical issue with Albon during the last weekend, so I hope he keeps it in track this time.
yeah,
And no more
yeah.
crashes from their side would actually benefit them. But considering bad team Williams, Shaq, I think you're on the right path there. Because
Yeah, yeah, because like if you think about it, I feel like you've got Colapinto who's been kind of putting pressure on Albon, so Albon's feeling that pressure, and his
uh,
performances are going down. But then also Colapinto's putting, I guess, some pressure on himself, and he's also having crashes and problems. So all of that chaos mixed together, I feel like Williams wouldn't have a great race. But obviously, you never know.
okay.
So yeah, we'll see. Alrighty, let's go crazy predictions before we get to podium.
Sorry, before we do that, I haven't told my bad team.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Yeah, yeah.
I've gone,
Sorry, sorry.
I've gone for week for my bad team. Um, yeah, I'm a bit skeptical about Lawson. I don't know what's going on with him. Like we were hoping he is the driver who's going to, be Max's teammate next year, but he hasn't been performing really well. He's not even close to Tsunoda in qualifying, so that's a bit of a worry, I think, from his eyes. But yeah, that I have gone for, and this is like the time of the year they should be performing to beat Alpine, and I have a feeling this
Both
is
Alpine and Haas.
both Alpine and Haas, and this is the time I think they
Yeah,
screw up their strategy, too much pressure. So that's just my prediction for a bad team.
yeah, that's fair
Okay.
enough. I think even when Ricardo was there, they were doing quite a few strategy like um, blunders and stuff like that. So I think Vicar definitely has a chance. And like you said, Lawson goes with my bad driver. So yeah, we'll see. Now let's actually move on to crazy prediction. Ham, why don't you go first?
Okay, so I've got so I can see your three top three predictions here. I'm gonna be challenging that and say that science is gonna be dropped below top five.
Okay,
I've got
okay, yeah,
Leclerc for that. I've got
Hmm.
science for top below top five to drop below
okay,
top.
yeah, yeah.
That's bold.
That's like enough. That's
Yeah.
bold. That's bold. The Ferraris are
Bold.
good, so
Yeah, I know it's bold, but then I've got Mercedes for my goodness. So I need them to finish somewhere above top five. Come on, mate.
I see ABD's going right back at you with the prediction that he's got for crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I've gone for George Russell to finish P5. If he finished
P5.
Oh,
anywhere other than P5, I'm not getting a point.
you're not getting a point. You really put yourself under the bus there.
Yep. George to finish
He's,
P5.
Okay, simple
he's
as
stuck.
that.
He's stuck.
Keeping it simple. Last two races.
Keeping it simple. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I went crazy prediction. Alonso, he's my good drive, so I've gone Alonso will be P8 or higher. I think
Oh
in
my
that
God.
Aston.
That's a gamble right there.
Yeah, that is a gamble
You're
with
a
with the way the
you better
Aston's
start
going.
praying. You better
I'll get
start praying
yeah,
because
fingers
it's not
across, fingers
Vegas
across.
anymore. It's not
Yeah,
Vegas anymore. Your gambles are not
yeah.
gonna work. You better
Yeah.
start
So
praying.
Aston is so bad, like he needs to really pull the car together. So I hope they have a good weekend, and I hope
Oh yeah.
Alonso especially has a good weekend.
Yep. That's
So
a
yeah,
crazy one.
that I feel like it's quite bold. So we'll see. Let's see what happens. All right, the spicy part, top three. ABD, why don't you start us off?
Okay. I have gone for the championship winner, Max Verstappen, to finish P1.
Okay.
Then Carlos Sainz to finish P2 and Lando Norris to finish P3. So three different teams in the top three, just reflecting on, how the season have been. A lot of teams have won this season. So just to cover that off, I've put three different teams for my top three.
Okay. What about you?
Okay, I've got Norris who just lost the drivers constructors there. Sorry, drivers championship over there. So I've got Norris for P1. I've got Max, the drivers champion, and I've got Piastri. So I've got McLaren for my one and three. So like we talked in the earlier video, Ferrari is just 24 points behind McLaren. So you need a 1-2 or a 1-3 finish by them. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 1-3 by them. So in order to
Yeah.
just shoot up their constructor points even higher. So Ferrari 1-3
Okay.
and Max and P2.
Okay. Well, I've gone pretty similar to you. Lando Norris first, Carlos Sainz in second, and Oscar Piastri third. Like you, I've got Norris and Piastri, P1 and P3. I've just gone Sainz. I think he's going to have a good race. I think he'll be the good Ferrari driver this weekend.
Yeah, and
So,
I've
yeah,
got him to top the top five there.
yeah, that's true. So, hopefully, my fingers are crossed, we're going to come back and going to beat AVD.
Let's see about that. Let's see about that.
And Hamilton wins the Qatar Grand Prix.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. And
that's
Lawson and Sonoda finished second and third. Yep. Uh,
uh,
actually, one thing we did forget to bring up was this is a sprint weekend, so we also
yeah.
need to give our sprint winners. So this time I'll swing it back to Ham. Who we got sprint winner?
PS3.
Okay, yep, the Aussie. Yep.
I got I've got the previous print right. So this time I'm gonna go for PS3.
Okay,
So just imagine it's the same that happened previously, and he doesn't have to give back the position anymore.
that's true. He doesn't have to wield anymore. Yeah, that's true.
He
Yeah,
also
exactly. All he has to do is perform well, and please don't be a Perez or a Stroll
Yep.
or about
Yep.
yeah.
or
Yeah.
both.
Oh,
I have gone for Max for the maximum, so sprint win and the race win.
maximum
Uh,
Verstappen. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think
that's a huge gamble there, guy.
I don't know. I think that he's going to do it this time. I was reading about this. So Red Bull did a huge mistake in Las Vegas with their rear wing. Um,
Mhm.
they had the wrong rear wing for that race, and if they fix that for Qatar, I think they're going to perform really well. So
Okay.
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Well, Verstappen will, Paris won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a joke.
You're stating the obvious there.
Yeah, I was stating facts.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Um, well, if he's not going to win the race, he's going to win the sprint. I've got Carlos Sainz wins the sprint in Qatar. Ferrari got to get some better points in McLaren this weekend, so I think the sprint will be the one. And yeah, we'll see. Like, car could be terrible, car could be great, and Ferrari get 1-2 or McLaren get 1-2. Maybe Mercedes, maybe Red Bull. We don't know. So yeah, let's see. I think that kind of summarizes everything that we've got for today. We've got some crazy predictions. We've got some not so crazy predictions, like Stroll. And yeah, we're looking forward to an exciting sprint race and just exciting weekend. We've got 2 more races, F1. It's so sad that it's almost over again, guys.
Everything's almost done.
Yeah, what am I going to do from December to March, you know?
Just think about Lewis Hamilton in the red.
Yeah,
red.
that's true. That's true.
Start painting. Start
And
painting.
any of the new drivers, man, Carlos Sainz or Williams, we'll see.
We'll
Yeah, so
we'll buy some Kit Kat and Red Bull.
some Kit Kat, yeah. We'll watch the first race eating Kit Kat.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that kind of summarizes everything. Hope you've enjoyed the video. We'll catch you in the review for the Qatar GP. Bye.